All right, so this is our review for the quiz on adding and subtracting polynomials. Let's take a look at number 1. We have b squared minus 4b to the third power plus 5b to the third power plus b squared. So the first thing we want to do is take this first binomial here and write it in standard form. So that's in order by highest degree down. So this negative 4b to the third power is going to be first, followed up by this positive b squared. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this second binomial and line it up under this first one, making sure to line up by like terms. So 5b to the third power is going to come here under 4b to the third power. And b squared is going to come here under this b squared. And now we can add them together. So negative 4b to the third power plus 5b to the third power is 1b to the third power. And remember that 1 can be invisible. So we could just put b to the third power. If you put the 1, it's not wrong. And here b squared plus b squared is 2b squared. Some students make the mistake here of adding the exponents together. No, do not add the exponents together. Remember, you only add the exponents together when you are multiplying powers that have the same base. So this right here, b to the third power plus 2b squared is the correct answer. All right, let's take a look at number 2. We have 2m to the third power plus 3. So I'm going to write this here, and I'm going to space these out. Next, we're going to go ahead and line this up here. Again, we want to line them up by like terms. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this negative 3m to the third power, and that's going to go lined up here under the 2m to the third power. Then we have this negative 5m squared, and it's going to go right here. It doesn't line up with anything, so it's going to go in this space that I left here on purpose to give room. And then finally, this positive 1 is going to go under this positive 3. And now we can add these together. 2m to the third power minus 3m to the third power is negative 1m to the third power. Again, you can leave that 1 invisible if you want, or if you could put it, it doesn't matter. This negative 5m squared doesn't combine with anything, so we just bring it down. And here, 3 plus 1 is 4. So this is our correct answer. Let's take a look at number 3 here. Let's take this first polynomial and put it in standard form. So this b to the third is first, followed up now by this b squared. And then we put the 5b. Now this is in the correct order. And we can go ahead and take this polynomial and line it up under by like terms. So this b to the third power is going to come here. This positive 4b is going to come here under the positive 5b. And this positive 5b squared is going to come here under this b squared. And now we can add these together. B to the third power plus b to the third power is 2b to the third power. B squared plus 5b squared is 6b squared. And 5b plus 4b is 9b. All right, now subtraction. So here, number 4, we have 5x to the third power plus 3x to the fourth power minus 2x to the third power minus 2x. So let's take this first binomial here and put it in the correct order. So we're going to have 3x to the fourth power is going to go first, followed up by 5x to the third power. And then remember, the way we're going to handle subtraction is we're going to change the sign of everything in the parentheses after the minus sign. And then we're going to line it up and add. So this positive 2x to the third power is going to become a negative 2x to the third power, and it goes here under the 5x to the third power. And this negative 2x becomes a positive 2x, and it doesn't line up with anything here, so it goes here. And now we just go ahead and add like we've done before. So this 3x to the fourth power comes down here. 5x to the third minus 2x to the third is 3x to the third. And we just bring down this 2x. So that's our answer. Looking at number 5, we can see that this first binomial here is already in standard form. So we're just going to go ahead and copy it down. I always like to leave a little bit of space in between in case there's something that doesn't line up. Then we take the second polynomial, and once again, we're going to change the sign of everything in the parentheses after the minus sign. And let's go ahead and put this in the correct order. So we're going to deal with this 3k to the third power first. And this positive 3k to the third power is going to become a negative 3k to the third power. And it goes right here. Next is going to be this negative 5k, which is going to become a positive 5k. And it's going to go right here. And then finally we have this positive 4, which is going to become a negative 4. And it's going to go right here. And then we just go ahead and add. So 3k to the third minus 3k to the third, that cancels out. 2k plus 5k, that is 7k. And this negative 4 just comes down. So that's our answer. All right, final question here, number 6. Let's go ahead and take this first polynomial and put it in standard form. So first we're going to have this negative 3n to the third power, followed up by this negative 3n to the second power, followed up by this positive 1n. And now we're going to change the sign of everything here and line it up by like terms. So this positive 2n to the third power becomes a negative 2n to the third power. And that goes right here. This negative 4n becomes a positive 4n, and that's going to go lined up here. And this positive 3n squared becomes a negative 3n squared, and that goes lined up here. And now we just add everything together. So negative 3n to the third plus negative 2n to the third is negative 5n to the third. Negative 3n squared plus negative 3n squared is negative 6n squared. And n plus 4n is 5n. And so that's how you do it. I hope this video helps you to do well on the quiz. Good luck.